Atlanta at the end of September. The rain and winds caused tremendous damage statewide. Much of it's been repaired, but a renter in Spalding County says her roof has gaping holes and rain still pours into the home. Fox 5 team's Dana Fowl took a trip to Griffin to see it for yourself, Dana.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing you see is the damage from the tree limb. I mean, you see it right out of the gate, and then there's this tarped roof, and once you step inside this tidy rental, you can smell the telltale signs of mold. And a lot of mold. 66-year-old Teresa Rogers says she can't seem to get anyone to fix what she believes is a health and fire hazard. 7 weeks after Hurricane Helene came inland, the Fox 5 team captured this rental apartment roof, still covered in tarps. Let's dip inside.
All this has happened, all this moisture.
If you think this mold above Teresa Rogers' head looks bad, you should smell it. It's immediately overpowering. The 66-year-old tenant says a peek in the attic shows several holes in the roof from a downed tree. Every rain brings an indoor downpour.
When it comes down right here and goes right there and is a potential fire hazard for my apartment.
The electrical socket is surrounded by stained, soggy walls. In the laundry room,
you can see where all the water was running down the walls.
Helene's rains flooded this small space.
We had to drill holes in the floor, not big ones, just little ones, so the water would drain.
Ms. Rogers lives in Griffin's Garden Gate Apartments. An October 4th email from property management acknowledges the tree damage to the patio, saying it will be handled by insurance. The tenant follows up asking if insurance will also be used to repair the mold damage. Well, it's now 12 weeks since Helene hit, and Teresa Rogers says still no repairs.
They offered to move me to another apartment.
She says she's lived here for more than 5 years. A new apartment, she told the I-team, would be a rent increase.
I'm on a limited income. I work, try to do, but I can't afford to move.
The Fox 5 I-team called Garden Gate Apartments management, who said she was offered a new place to live, but at the same rate. Both sides continue to disagree on that point. A few weeks ago, Ms. Rogers was sent this eviction notice, told to move out in 3 days because she was a few days behind on a previous back rent agreement. But 3 days came and went and nothing happened. And then she got this in the mail. It's a notice to terminate her month-to-month lease. So she was more confused than ever. She couldn't figure out if she was being evicted or not. So we called the Spalding County Courthouse to see what we could find out. We were able to talk to a judge, and she looked through the files. She didn't find anything, no legal notice from the apartment complex to Ms. Rogers asking her to leave.
I've called code enforcement.
The Fox 5 I-team also followed up with Spalding County Code Enforcement to see why nothing's been done. We were told they directed Ms. Rogers back in mid-October to the Housing Authority. She admitted she never fully followed through because she found the website daunting. But Code Enforcement did respond when we forwarded them photos of the rental home. They called what they saw uninhabitable and immediately went to the complex to see it for themselves. This grainy video of a recent hard rain was taken by Spalding County Code Enforcement officers to document the problems. It's hard to see, but it shows water coming into the interior of the home. Garden Gate Apartments management said the complex is owned by KPM Investment O. LLC. Federal court records show the group filed for bankruptcy earlier in the year. The spokesperson for the team said they're not allowed to use any funds right now for repairs because of court restrictions. After the I-team started asking questions, ownership flew into Georgia, told management they'd pay for repairs out of pocket. But still, nothing has happened. Meantime, Miss Rogers waits, suffering nosebleeds and headaches in a moldy, soggy apartment for something to be done.
I'm 66 years old. I'm not supposed to be living like this.
You know, we haven't been able yet to get any information from the county about possible code violations that they may have seen, and management hasn't returned our latest text. So while they said repairs would begin, we haven't heard any more about it, and we're going to keep following up on this.
Horrendous conditions.
Oh, yeah, it
Terrible.
absolutely is.
Terrible.
Absolutely is.
So if it's uninhabitable, how is she still in there?
And That's the great question, and we can't answer that, sadly. I wish we could, not yet anyway, but these complaints from the renter, they go back before the storm. The bedroom doesn't have heat, which the county said is a code violation, and mold had been creeping in for some time, and management had been told, because we have seen those text exchanges too.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is uninhabitable means unacceptable, but here she is. Helene hit in what, late September? We are almost Christmas time, and she's still there.
That's terrible. You know, we're not talking about something cosmetic. We're talking about mold, a serious health issue.
It is growing.
Yeah.
The walls are soggy and moist. It's pretty shocking.
Wow.
And I'm not an expert in things electrical, but this would scare me.
No doubt. I know this is something you're going to keep an eye on.
Oh, yeah, we're on this. Yeah, so we're going to probably talk to her again today and see what's going to happen for the holidays.
All right, Dana, thanks. We appreciate it.